Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's video is about this. This is Bike Robo from the Machine Robo line by Action Toys. Now this is basically a more modernized version of the 1980s Gobot Renegade leader Cycle. So let's get him on the review table. Okay, a bit closer look of the box here. And get my handy knife to open it up. Now, one thing I know that this figure has is a lot of stuff, and that's why I actually wanted to do an actual unboxing. Check this out. Look at the packaging. I love the fact that it's made for collectors, meaning I can put everything back. So here we have the instructions. A very nice full color instruction sheet here. Not too complicated, but definitely a lot more complicated than the original Gobots. And this, check this out, it has its own display. That's one thing I'm looking forward to checking. Okay, let's check out the contents here. So we're just going to take out the first part of the packaging, the top. And oh, looks like the wheels are loose. Let's just put them back. Here is the main robot Cycle, or machine, or Bike Robo. Check that out. I mean, look at it. It's really nice. As far as articulation, my goodness, look at this. Okay, we'll get into more detail a bit later. Well, let's put him on the side, because this box comes with a lot of things. So I'm assuming this is the kickstand. I'm just going to put this aside here. And it looks like it parts forms a bit. These look like bike parts, like the handlebars over here. Minor parts forming. The kickstand. Not sure where this part goes, but we'll check that out later. And his weapon of choice, his axe. Let's put that here in his hand. The wheels on the side, I mean, they fit snugly a bit, but you know, they are fairly easy to knock off or pop off. Okay, and let's see on the bottom tray. Look at all the stuff you get here. So this must be the display case or display stand or something, not case. Let's just remove the tape. There you go. I like how it just all stacks into each other. Makes it for easy storage. Lot of parts, a lot of pieces. Let's just push them all out here. Okay, let me get these guys assembled and be right back. Okay, let's get to the main attraction of this set, which is Bike Robo here, aka Cycle. Very nice figure. Now the legs here are die cast. He also has some die cast here, so it's a nice throwback to the original Machine Robos, where they had a lot of die cast in them, so it makes it a lot more sturdy and more stable when standing. Let's take out the axe here, put that aside. Take a look at the face. A lot of clean paint job there. The thing with the Machine Robo line of or design of figures, to me the faces, the heads were not really their strong point. Oops, there you go. That thing fell off. And that's what I meant earlier when I said these things easily pop off. So constantly having to put them back on. I mean, they stay if you know, they don't just fall off, but if you're handling them, they do pop out. Okay, let's get on. Let me take this off because I don't want to keep fiddling with that, and just go on to the articulation of the figure. Okay. Okay, here we go. The head, while technically it could possibly rotate 360, it can't because of this part of the head. So the movement is limited in that manner. The arm can rotate 360 degrees. It is on a ball, but this is as high as it can go on the shoulder. So a little disappointing with that part in articulation. He can rotate at the arm, and he can bend at the elbow. No rotation on the hand. He has waist articulation, so he can rotate 360 degrees at the waist. And his, oops, there you go. So looks like his lower part of his legs were pulled out. His legs can almost, oh, not really almost. This is how far it can go. Can't really do the split. It does have thigh rotation, so it can rotate 360 at the thigh. And the knee is on a ball, so it does have a bit more articulation than your normal knee, but he can bend. There's a nice knee bend, more than 90 degrees. And then, of course, the feet, he has some articulation here because it is on a ball, so he can do wide stance and lift up his toes like this. But that's pretty much it for articulation. Way more articulation than your traditional Gobot. Let's put this back on. I gotta say, I like this a lot. It feels like Cycle. I mean, it looks exactly like it basically what Cycle should have been in the 80s had production, technology, and engineering been what we have today. Let's get Cycle transformed into his vehicle mode. I mean, not Cycle, Bike Robo. So first we remove his weapons and the wheels on the side of his arms. And next, this part can lift up. Let's see if I get that right. There you go. You see how that lifts up? And then rotate his arms up so they can basically come up to the front like this. There you go. And then rotate the arms so this can end up basically holding the tire here. Popped it in. There you go. Next, you want to open this part of his body, the lower torso, like this. Okay, because we're going to need that for the legs to go in later. And then pull this part out, like so. Spread out the legs a bit. And this part will fold in here. There we go. Okay, for the feet, let's lift up the exhaust. You're basically gonna rotate it like this all the way here, like that. And then this is going to fold in, and you gotta bring the exhaust like this so that it'll go in. Let's do the same for the other side. Rotate this like this so it's facing up, and then bring the exhaust down like this so the feet can go in. There you go. Okay, so the feet is ready, and bring this part out, and just like the original Cycle, he's gonna kneel in like this, and then we're going to tab this part together and then bring the wheel, and it's going to go into this little hole here. Very simple transformation, but you know, with all the articulation. And then these little tabs are going to go into this little slot in his chest. I can line. And of course, this part of his that was the front section of his body tabs into here as well. There's a little slot, and there you go. That is the base of his motorcycle mode. Oops. Yeah, accidentally took it out. Okay, there we go. And then this comes up. Next we have his kickstand over here, which goes right here. It's a little disappointing though that it's a parts forming thing, but I get it. And the handlebars, which basically plug into these little ports here. Oh, got that on the wrong side. There you go. And the other one. Okay, here is cycle in vehicle mode. Very nice. I like it a lot. It's so Gobot. It's so 1980s. But better. Okay, so I've assembled the included display stand, and I gotta say it's a nice touch to it. I mean, they didn't really have to do it, but I like it. I mean, and it has various configurations, and I'm gonna show it in a bit when it's in robot mode, because you can actually use it as I guess like similar to the Gundam flight stands. Okay, let me get this guy in robot mode. Okay, so here's the action base or stand included in like a flight stand configuration, as you can see here. The part I originally thought was the kickstand is actually so to allow Bike Robo to attach to this. So as you can see, this part goes in here. Seems a little uncomfortable. And then this hole, you can peg him in here so that it looks like he's flying or some sort. And let me zoom out a bit. Here we go. Let's put his and there you go. Not exactly a fan of this, but it's there if you want to. All in all, I really like this figure. In fact, I do have the Eagle Robo, and I gotta say I'm really looking at the other figures like the Drill Robo, and I believe they also have the train version. And you know, I can thank M from Transformers and Video Games for this newfound affection for Gobots. That is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Let's go.